AMC stock is back on the rise. So far today, AMC stock had 100 million shares traded today, and the market has only been open a couple hours. Basically, it seems like these hype stocks are back. AMC stock is up like 17%. GameStop stock is up around 15%, and a lot of people are talking about them. AMC and GameStop definitely fall into that hype category, and with these stocks specifically, when it rains, it pours. So basically, when they have attention, everything's just amazing, and when no one's talking about them, it's brutal. So it looks like we're in that phase again where we have people hyped up about AMC and GameStop, and we can clearly see this by looking at the volume and price action today. So like I said, AMC stock right now has around 110 million shares traded today, and it's only like 12:53 p.m. Eastern time. So the market is not even close to being closed, and we already have 3 times as much volume traded today compared to like 2 days ago. So there's a lot of hype with it. AMC stock is booming. Basically in this video, we're going to cover what's going on with this situation and, some levels to look out for. So AMC stock, it's up almost 19% now. If we go to this 1 minute chart, we can see it's trading higher by the minute. Now, I do want to say this. While AMC exploded last year in around May and June, and while that was awesome, keep in mind we are in a different market now. Like AMC has been on a decent downtrend for a couple months, so what we're seeing now can obviously be a combination of some shorts covering or maybe some people buying the dip, but keep in mind we are in a different market now. And another thing to keep in mind is last year in May and June of 2021, at the same time, the stock market overall was on like a really good uptrend, and it was still a pretty strong bull market, where over 2022 so far, a lot of stocks have been falling a lot more, and I guess you can just say it's been a lot more tough this year. So keep that in mind while trading some of these hype stocks. But like I said in the beginning of this video, AMC and GameStop are stocks that really move with hype. These stocks are not really moving off of fundamentals or news like that. They move off of, short squeeze hype, retail traders, pumping them on Twitter and things like that. The more attention you have with these stocks, normally the higher they go. We can see according to QuiverQuant, which basically tracks Wall Street Bets mentions by ticker, we can see GameStop has been running up and basically outperforming any other ticker over the past day, which is good to see. And I've been definitely seeing some increased hype with AMC and GameStop on Wall Street Bet. So that's interesting. Another thing I want to point out really quickly is if we go to Google search trends and search the term AMC stock, this basically shows us Google searches over time for AMC stock. And this really really demonstrates the point of, when people are searching about this stock, that's when it normally runs up. We can see the best search volume for AMC stock was back in May and June of 2021. So if we start to see these search trends start to pop up with AMC and GameStop, that can be a good sign. But overall, I really want to emphasize that these plays are risky. AMC and GameStop are some of the riskiest plays in the market. They are some of the most speculative plays on the market. And on top of that, trading options on AMC and GameStop, while it can be awesome sometimes, I cannot emphasize how risky it is. It's very, 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 very risky. I know some people, had some jaw-dropping returns back in May and June of 2021 when AMC went from, $8 all the way up to $73 over the course of a month or two. But that's a very, very rare thing. So if you do want to play AMC or GameStop or any other risky hype stock like that to the upside, in my opinion, it would be much safer to go with shares rather than options, because the market makers kind of price in this volatility. We can see today AMC stock is up almost 18%, and some of the weekly call options are up 600%, which is crazy to even say. So keep that in mind. While you might get a higher return sometimes with trading options on them, you have to be careful because they're very risky and they're kind of overpriced. We can also see, which is very interesting, is check this out. If we zoom in a little bit on AMC stock, we can see the implied volatility, this blue line at the bottom, is starting to uptrend. Basically what this represents is the relative price of options. So with most stocks, when the stock rises, IV or implied volatility normally goes down. So if we look at like a stock like, I guess Tesla's an okay example, but they're kind of a growth stock or a hype stock, you could say too. I would say, if we look at Coca-Cola throughout its history, we can see that for the most part, when the stock dips down, IV tends to rise, and when the stock rises, IV normally settles down. That's normally how it works. But with these hype stocks like AMC and GameStop, IV normally rises when the stock rises, which means options get more and more expensive as the stock rises. So know that the more hype that goes into these, the more expensive and overpriced these options will get. So that's why it can be better off to just get shares rather than options if you want to play them. But overall, as we can see like live on this recording, AMC is breaking highs right now. It is now up 20%. It's booming up, volume slowing in. People are talking about it. It's hyped up right now. It's now at $22. Some important levels to watch, specifically with AMC. There's a giant support right at $20 a share. There's a little bit more support at $20.50. It bounced off of that level multiple times over like the past 24 hours. In terms of resistance, the next major resistance to watch for AMC is like $22.50. If we zoom out a little bit more, there is resistance around $25. So keep that level in mind. 25 will definitely be the next most important level, as the stock has struggled at that level a lot in the past, and it is also a psychological level. If we do break above 25, there's another big resistance right around 30 or so. So keep that in mind. But I just want to emphasize again, guys, these plays are risky. They're basically complete gambles. And by playing these stocks, you're essentially just betting that, they're going to get hyped up and that you'll be able to sell it for a higher point in the future. And I know this might be unpopular to say, but the AMC and GME that we see today are not the same stocks that they were a year ago. If we go back as an example, when AMC went from $8.30 up to $73 over the course of a couple months last year in like May and June, that was a very rare event, and part of the reason that the stock exploded up was, one, because a record amount of hype and chat about the stock, and also some funds got screwed over big time. But keep in mind, the funds that were short AMC and GME, and let's say they were still holding, in a perfect scenario, let's say a fund that was short AMC at $60 a share, exactly what they want is a long, slow downtrend. Basically, that gives them a ton of opportunities to hedge themselves, protect themselves, and basically people lose interest. And that's exactly what we saw over the past couple of months. So keep in mind, while whatever you believe the short interest to be, I believe right now the data that I've seen, people are saying that the reported short interest on AMC is around 21%. Whether you believe that or you don't believe that, it doesn't matter, because these funds who are short a ton, over the past year, they've had so many opportunities to hedge and protect themselves. So all I want to say is be careful trading these stocks, because so many people got hurt trading them last year. Some of the information that was being spread online was just completely false. So I just want to make this video to, I don't want to see people get hurt. So if you trade these, please understand it's risky. I don't want to see people's accounts get destroyed, just like a lot of them did last year with this setup. But overall, in the short term, AMC and GME can provide good trading opportunities. Just risky, like I said. It has a lot of momentum, and if we look at, let's say, any stock in the S&P 500 right now, like according to Thinkorswim right now, Apple's up 1.5%, and Tesla's up 2.2%. Nothing really moves like an AMC or GME moves. So it does give opportunity in that sense. Just, be careful. But overall, AMC and GME are booming. There's increased hype about it. I'm seeing a lot of people talk about it on Twitter, Discord, YouTube. So be prepared for more volatility. It's going to get crazy. So if you guys like today's video, please leave a comment down below on what you think is going to happen with AMC. Right now, the stock's right around 22. It's trading higher by the minute. So let me know what you think is going on with AMC. Besides that, thank you guys so much for watching.